Hello and welcome to an all-new season of Hot Stuff, a talk show where the conversations are always hot and the tea is scalding. We're your hosts, Jillian and Jessica, and for our first topic today, we will be discussing Queen Elizabeth II's passing. Well, Jess, I'm going to hand this over to you right away since you're live with us from London.
Yes, that's right. Hot Stuff is so committed to being on the scene of breaking news that they sent me over here to be live, right where the action's happening. We're fresh, right off of her passing. It's funny because, I passed a funeral house the other day and they had a picture of her and the dates of her death in a picture in the window. And so obviously a lot of public mourning, grieving happening over here. It's really incredible, Jillian. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like it.
I remember before you left for London, we were talking about this and we were saying, like, Lizzie better hold out. She better hold out, wait for Jessica to get there. And then she died like a week before you went. And we were just more angry than in mourning. And I
have plausible deniability.
Yeah, you had an alibi.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you would do that. I think a good callback to last season was when you said, when the queen dies, they're going to have to get a new one from the pet store and replace her before no one notices. And we're like, wow, hot stuff quotes that didn't age well.
They just weren't fast enough.
They weren't fast enough. They noticed.
Yeah, they let it too long. They weren't quick enough with it.
This is a really good way to introduce the concept of death and mourning to the British people, They're like, sometimes people just get old and they pass away and we move on.
How many children's books are going to come from this?
Oh my. The illustrated guide to mourning your monarch. Catch it out at Barnes & Noble. It'll be great. I can't wait to go to Starbucks and then read about like chicken soup for the mourning your monarch guide.
I just thought it was funny, like, how kind of, like, within the United Kingdom, like, everybody was pretty upset, but, like, worldwide, the reaction was pretty different. Twitter was ablaze that day. Memes,
Me on Irish Twitter. Oh my gosh.
Irish Twitter was having a party. And I just think it's quite interesting how, even though someone could be so beloved within their own bubble, they could have a wider...
I was like, beloved? It's Queen Elizabeth, but okay. Continue.
Over here, they like them for some reason.
I'll never understand it. I feel like I shouldn't be saying this, but I guess I'm just not a Queen Elizabeth stan. Twitter, Princess Diana stans were going nuts. They're like, finally. I can't wait for that meeting between the two of them.
I feel like I would be, obviously I was not alive when Princess Diana was alive.
Yeah.
But I think I would be a Princess Diana stan. It feels weird to like stan her posthumously when she's not, like, because I don't know what she was like, really. I only know like what other people say, but I don't know much about Lizzie either. She's old lady, dogs, cutting cake, swords.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the Queen, our next topic is King Charles III and his new title. So, how do you feel about that?
Well, like I was saying, if they had been faster to replace her, we wouldn't have to deal with Charles.
If we would have got a new queen from the pet store, we wouldn't be in this situation.
Exactly. I can't say for sure how everyone's feeling over here. Personally, was there an understudy?
We're like, is this really our first choice? Really? I understand the line of succession. Not a fan. Not a fan at all.
I'm an 8-year-old. I want the child on the throne.
Where's the child ruler? Would that be child labor?
That's funny. Like, we haven't had that in such a long time, and I think we need to bring back the child rulers.
Why don't we just go to the youngest one? It'll be great.
Can you imagine
Which one?
George and, like,
Okay, I'm not as well educated about the British monarchy as you. I don't know how many little like British rugrats there are. So like, what are there, like 10 now?
So Harry has 2, and I think William has 3.
All 3 of his kids look the same. I'm gonna say that right now. They all look the same. I know that there's 2 boys and a girl, right?
Yeah.
They all look the same. The same model,
that,
just newer editions.
I heard that that George was at school and he was threatening kids, saying that his dad's king someday.
Oh my god!
To be fair, I would probably do the same thing as a child. Obviously, like, why not?
My dad was a carpenter. It's not the same street cred. I'm sorry, Ray. I mean, Dad. I love you, but I mean, if my dad was a king, I'd probably throw that around too, or like future king. I'd be like cutting in line at the lunch line, like scooch.
Yeah.
Royal blood coming through.
My father will hear about this.
It's giving Draco Malfoy.
It really is.
Yeah.
They're both blonde.
Oh my god, the blonde hair. All British people are the same, in summary.
In summary, Charles bad.
In summary, Charles bad. British monarchy, Harry Potter. Okay. Well, that's all we have for right now, but we will be right back after a commercial for our next topic, Trisha Paytas's new baby, right here on Hot Stuff.
What does it mean to be a war hawk?
It means allowing myself to dream big and think outside the box.
Pushing the limits of what I think is possible.
Seeing ideas through from start to finish.
Collaborating with professors and peers.
And seizing opportunities in the community to put my knowledge to use.
I'm studying abroad,
learning another language,
and listening to the stories of others.
I'm making lifelong friends and fearlessly sharing my gifts with the world.
As a war hawk, I stay balanced,
take great care of myself,
and get out of my comfort zone.
I refuse to let the past determine my future.
And I'm taking confident steps in the directions of my dreams.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense.
And other times it couldn't be more exciting.
But I will keep my goals in mind
and never quit.
Because
that's the war hawk way.
The Royal Purple, the best place for all the latest news around the community and campus of UW-Whitewater. Here you'll find all different types of weekly news stories, including sports, arts and rec, biz and tech, and even fun and interesting things like trendsetter columns and the tweet of the week. The Royal Purple has a full staff to handle all of your advertising and article needs. Ad managers and sales representatives can help you get your ad in seasonal print issues online at royalpurplenews.com and out on our social media platforms. Editors and journalists would love to write features about your organization and follow-ups about your important events. For more information on student employment opportunities, advertisement services, or anything news, contact the Royal Purple over at RP@uww.edu or give us a call at 262-472-5100. Stop by our office and say hi on campus in McCutcheon Hall, room 113. For all of your local campus community news, check out the Royal Purple here at University of Wisconsin-Whitewater.
Welcome to Jitters Coffee House. Located on the first floor of the Wells Towers, Jitters is a student-run coffee lounge and offers a variety of coffee and ice cream-based drinks and is home to many entertaining programs, including live music, gamer trivia nights, and other performances. Coordinate your activity by emailing jitters@uww.edu. Jitters is completely run by volunteers who can earn service hours and even receive a free drink during their shift. Stop in tonight at Jitters Coffee House, where fun events and community come together.
The Department of Communication offers students the opportunity to explore the world through the faculty-led travel study program. The course consists of both in-class lecture and a 3-week travel component at the end of the semester.
You have a life that is insanely busy. You don't have to give up so much time to do a 3-week travel study, and you can compact a lot in 3 weeks.
The course is worth 3 credits and is open to all majors. The program features group travel with peers and faculty.
I think the benefit of traveling in a group like the travel study is there's always somebody there to experience new things with you, and you always have new friends to gain.
Travel Study offers a variety of travel destinations, including a trip to Ireland every other year. Develop new relationships, participate in enriching cultures, and experience personal growth while abroad.
With the Travel Study, it was so great being able to go to places and really experience the value that they can give to our own culture and just to me as a person.
For more information, please visit
Welcome back to Hot Stuff. Our next topic is Trisha Paytas's baby, Malibu Barbie. Jillian, I know we're so excited.
I am so excited. I am not a Trisha Paytas fan, but I've been following this pregnancy since day one. I'm so excited. I was so excited for all this. I knew it was going to be the most unhinged pregnancy. I knew it was going to be the most dramatic birth. Like, I was so excited for it. But honestly, her pregnancy was very low-key. It seemed like it lasted forever. And I know every time she would go live on TikTok, I would be tuning in to see if she was giving any hints about baby names. And I remembered that you and I were texting about it and talking about possible names. And I know we talked about Renesmee being the baby name after, you know, the awful, disgusting baby in Twilight. Although I do love Twilight. But I texted you and said, for a girl, I can imagine it being something cute like Malibu. And you were like, oh yeah, that'd be cute. And then when she gave birth, I mean, after the Queen Elizabeth scandal of like, Trisha Paytas gave birth to the Queen, I texted you and I was like, Jessica, she had the baby and she named it Malibu. And I screenshotted our conversation and sent it to you. And it was just, I will cite that as the best day of my life. Super unashamed.
I know, because you text after, like, you were, yeah. You should have bought a lottery ticket that day, I think. I know we were also talking about her maybe using like a food name, like Cookie.
Like Cookie.
Or like Candy, because that's all. I kind of disagree with you saying you're not a Trisha Paytas fan. Everything I know about Trisha Paytas is stuff that you've showed me. I didn't know she had a podcast.
I'm not a fan. I'm a follower. Like, I'll tune in because she's always saying something unhinged. Always. She's always nuts. And I think that after this pregnancy, she's done like a full 180. Like, I see her on TikTok a lot more. She posts a lot of videos about motherhood and how her life has changed since she's had a baby. And she seems so happy. Like, I've never seen Trisha Paytas this, like, reserved, like, calm woman.
Didn't she have, like, Eddie Munson to do Stranger Things ASMR with the baby?
Okay, she did do that, and I think we're back on track with Trisha. I think she's kind of past that recovery period of giving birth, of like the wonder of having a baby, and she's like, okay, how can I profit off this now? How can I profit off her now? And I mean, I was so happy scrolling through her TikTok and everything, seeing her be so wholesome, and then I see her dressed as like the guy from Stranger Things with the baby, and I'm like, well, now it's just awkward. Trisha, what are you doing?
Is it not to be expected, though? Like, I don't know much about her other than what you've shown me, but I do know she has she's very eccentric. She likes to eat in her car.
A lot.
I know that. But honestly, I feel like this name is pretty on brand.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of on brand, Let's talk a little bit about Adam Levine. We have come to the last topic for today's show, a super sizzling one, in my opinion. Adam Levine's alleged affair with the Instagram model Sumner Stroh. I mean, I don't really keep up with this as much. What about you?
I wouldn't have pronounced her name right, so good job. I don't. It's bad.
It's just a lot of ick. I mean, for Adam Levine, ick.
Of all people, like Adam Levine.
That wind chime.
that Chipotle bag.
I mean, I remember first seeing the TikTok of Sumner, like, just doing the tell-all dump, and I was super confused because I don't even know who this woman is. And I remember she started the TikTok with, I had an affair with a man who was married to a Victoria's Secret model. And I immediately knew, like, this was going to be a dumpster fire. If you're, like, if you're the mistress in an affair and you're, like, trying to boost yourself by saying, like, well, he was already married to a Victoria's Secret model, that's really cringe. That's really gross for you. That's not something to be proud of. That's awful. Yeah. Adam Levine and Sumner Stroh are both at fault here. I mean, his wife was pregnant. He was talking about naming the baby after Sumner.
Oh my God.
And I immediately just...
That's the worst part. Like, it's bad enough what you're doing, but then you also want to carry it into your married life by naming your child and having it forever be a reminder of this other woman. Like, that's awful. And I think with all of this cheating scandals that have been happening lately, I don't know how we're gonna get through this.
Yeah, I feel like this whole Hot Stuff episode is just a theme about infidelity.
Good mate to restore our faith collectively. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know what it is with cheating scandals in media nowadays, but it's like so many celebrities who are like the wife guy are coming out as, like, you know, cheaters. And it's just, it's awful. It makes you very pessimistic, I think, is the word I'm looking for. But, I mean, it's terrible.
It really is. And, like, I think part of it, too, because, like, I remember there was, like, a video when he came to the Victoria's Secret show and he was watching her walk and he was, like, getting so excited to see her. And
blowing
kisses.
Like, oh my God,
dream couple. Like, oh my God, goals. Because this was, like, 2014. But, like, it just goes to show, because not everything is as it seems. Goals aren't real.
Yeah, I think that's a good segue into our next transition.
We'd love to show you what it's like to be a war hawk.
Come on!
Don't miss out on your chance to be a war hawk
at UW Whitewater.
You belong here!
UWW-TV has been an important part of the campus and community since 1980.
Not only providing on-air learning opportunities for broadcast journalists and electronic media production students,
but educating and entertaining our audiences with award-winning news, live sports coverage, original programming,
as well as dedicating the mission to developing creative collaborations throughout campus.
For more information, visit our website and like us on Facebook.
Check us out because you got to see what's on UWW-TV.
Here at UWW, we put a lot of emphasis on shaping your involvement. Involvement helps you get to know more people with similar values and goals as yourself. The Student Involvement Office can help you get involved with organizations on campus, or we can help you start a brand new one. So what are you waiting for? It's time to shape your involvement at UWW. If you'd like to learn more, stop by UC 127 or contact us at involvement@uww.edu or call 262-472-6217.
introducing a new segment on the show. Jessica, if you want to start us off.
So, we have a new segment, and I'm very excited to tell you. It's called Person of the Week, which is a segment where we're going to discuss this week's most incredible, influential person. And this week's Person of the Week is Eugene Yang.
Speaking of cheating scandals, I mean, we couldn't go through this episode without bringing up the Try Guys cheating scandal. The Try Guys try infidelity, specifically Ned Fulmer. I don't want to like sit on Ned and his infidelity when we're focusing on Eugene Yang being Person of the Week. But I know this is a very frustrating thing for the Try Guys, and I think the company overall is handling it very well. I mean, I'm so tired of seeing like the Saturday Night Live skit where they're making fun of it, saying like, oh, I had a consensual kiss with an employee, but it's not the same. Ned was her boss. Ned was the head of HR. And I think overall, the 3 Try Guys who are left are doing a great job of handling it. They're keeping it out of the public while letting us know what we need to know. I mean, we don't need to know anything, but they're handling it very well. I think Eugene is handling it the best. He's keeping his emotions in check. I mean, we all saw the video where he's like visibly angry and visibly frustrated. And I think that he's handling it very well. He's keeping it off of social media. He's minding his business. I just think he's handling it very gracefully, and he's going to wear a cute pair of boots with it. So
I think anybody who, I mean, it's a trying situation, but I applaud anyone
trying
managed to serve. Yeah, yes.
Okay.
But I applaud anybody who manages to still serve looks even when facing a difficult situation, and that is exactly what he did.
You're so right, Jessica. That hits really deep. So I really appreciate you saying that. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. But be sure to tune in next time for another episode of Hot Stuff. Remember, the conversations are always hot and the tea is scalding. We're your hosts, Jillian and Jessica, and we'll see you next time.